Hello and welcome inside of Cal Tire Place North here in Vernon. Trevor Miller here with you as we're getting set for more action here at the UMH-68 Invitational, the 2010 Showcase. It is Team Black against Team Red in the team's third games of the weekend, and setting up for our semifinals coming up throughout the course of this afternoon, but our final round robin game here between the two sides. It will be Team Red and Team Black, two teams that are 1-1 so far. Hudson Swankhuizen will start in goal to our broadcast left for the Team Black side, while for Red it will be the likes of Nash Atkinson who will get the nod in goal for Red. Underway here for game number 2 of our Saturday and game 6 of the weekend here this weekend from the UMH-68 Invitational. Battle for the puck down, just loose in the right wing face-off circle. Team Red will get to it and work down low by Trey Alexander. Into the right wing quarter, here's Cyrus Gursky getting it after the puck now and trying to float that one back behind the goal. Intercepted and started back out the other way on the left wing side by Team Black, trying to advance their way out from their own zone, but it is sent back out through to center and taken out through the neutral zone here by Team Black. Jackson Squire lost the handle on that. Cash Field will turn it the other way for Team Red. Field tried to make his way inside of the offensive zone. He was stopped up there as his puck will come all the way back on Atkinson. Left along left wing side and played back up to the blue line. Reed is there for it. He'll smash it back down inside of the offensive zone. Red trying to force their way out through center. A pass just out of the reach of the Red forward there in the way of Nicholas Vona. And Vanya will try and track this one down from inside the offensive end in the right wing corner. Scrum for it there as it's put back to the blue line. And a long shot handled and held, as that was Swankhuizen to make the save, and that puck was put in after the whistle had gone. So Red thought maybe they had gotten an early one here, but Swankhuizen there to make the save and hang on. There's no other goaltender for Team Black, so it's been Hudson Swankhuizen who has been the guy for his squad. Team Red picked up a 5-2 victory in their first game yesterday, fell 8-4 to Team Gray in the second game of their day yesterday, but had the weird start times of going in the late game in the morning and then the early game in the afternoon. So only a few hours in between games there for Team Red, or for Team Black there yesterday. We'll see what today has in store. Brought along by Black through center now. Raced back in and down below the goal line. This puck wrapped back around on the right wing side and sent back in below the goal line here, as Red will try to make their way out with that, but Gage Mark onto it now for Black, and he's had a great performance so far this weekend. 2 goals in each of his team's first 2 games. 4 goals overall on the weekend for Mark so far. This one lifted down inside of the Black zone, and Team Black back forward here inside of their own end, trying to get on that puck in the left wing corner, and that one forced away as that was Lucas Wolf on Gutenberg who had that knocked away, and now back inside of the Team Red end. Taken over here and put down low by Austin Archibald. Archibald, left wing face-off circle, sends it down low, now back behind the net. A wrap, sending it back in front. There's Archibald, just couldn't find the angle and put that one by on the pass from Mark. Racing in to hold the puck on there was the Team Black forward and Leo Pizak, and it's brought, or Pilak, as it's brought back out through to center, and Pilak will find the handle there in the neutral zone and play it loose for Traven Edwards, who will start his way out from his own zone. And a lead feed up on the left wing side. Here's Pilak down the left wing side, walking in the backhand, trying to center a pass in front. That was knocked away. Jacob Rogers around the goal. Gursky trying to get that puck ahead. Knocked down as Matthew Poitras will work this back inside of the offensive zone. Just over 3.5 minutes gone in this opening period, and the puck to work down ice. We'll go for an icing call against Team Red. Red coming into this game after falling in their opening game yesterday to Team Gray by a 4-1 score, and then earned a 5-4 victory in the last game last night over Team Blue, and were able to edged them out in that one. This comes back along. Here's Vanya who works his way up. Red comes into this game 0 for 2, losing yesterday to Gray and then falling to blue in the 5-4 fashion they did last night in a tight hockey game. So Red looking to try and get their first win of the weekend. Forced around, now here's Field. Sends this back up to the blue line and collected now by Red, and a chance back in front. Just couldn't find a man streaking toward the front of the goal. Made back around right wing side and back up to the blue line where it's held on side here by Bell as he'll make his way down low. Bell working his way back down behind the goal. Back behind the net now, still trying to track this one down. Is still loose here back to the glove side of Swankhuysen as this puck will come loose up the left wing side, and now Team Black out through center. Could be a 2-on-1 rush up ice. Carried back in on the left wing side, a pass right wing, scores! And Team Black opens the scoring. It's Jackson Squire on the right wing side on the pass that came from the left wing in the way of Colton Brum to give it back across for Squire. And it's Team Black who takes the 1-0 lead with 15:18 to go in the first. So Jackson Squire picks up the goal. That has Team Black out to an opening 1-0 lead. This puck scrummed in the corner now as everybody looking to dig for it here and back up the boards. That will be loose in the right face-off circle. So Team Black out to the early lead here, getting that opening marker from Jackson Squire. Worked back inside of the Team Black zone now below the goal line as Archibald trying to get to that back behind the net. Comes back around the left wing side. Here's Archibald with it now as he laid it up the left wing side, out of the reach of anybody there, but looked like maybe being able to beat that one out. Making his way into the offense as though was Backlund Pullen. But this faceoff will come back down inside of the Team Black end anyway. 14:27 to go in this opening period. So pretty simple math that we would have if Team Black were to prevail in this game, trying to get the semifinal bids done. And a shot from the right side is knocked away by Swankhuysen. And if Black were to win this game, we would be Team Gray against Team Red in the semifinal, and then Black and Blue would play in the semifinal. So a rematch of what our games were identically yesterday in the opening morning part of the day yesterday. This puck will come loose back in the left wing corner. Trying to work that up the boards is Black right now, but Red doing a good job of keeping it there as this puck is just held up inside the blue line before it's quickly advanced back down inside of Team Red territory. Quick chance right in front for Black, is trying to go to the goal with that was Poitras, and sticking with him the whole way was Atkinson to keep that one out. Side of the net now behind the goal. Worked free back up the boards, and that puck taken back out through to center here by Team Black as they'll regroup and try to make their way back in. Dumped inside the zone by Edwards. Going to chase after it here against Bell. Puck loose to the side of the goal and a centering feed back in front. Loose puck is gathered up and started back the other way here by Team Red. Trying to force that one up the boards. That was knocked down. Now Black back in with numbers. Left circle to the front of the net. That was knocked away by Atkinson on an attempted pass from the left wing, and big collision there as this puck will take a look back behind the goal. Now it's Gursky who will start back up with it now. Gursky on the right wing side, making a move to cut to the middle. Stops up there in the slot. He tried a pass that was intercepted and started back the other way by Brum. Makes his way in across the blue line. Colton Brum now working in top of the right circle. But a feather a pass across. That was knocked away, and loose puck will be chipped back out to center and could be an on-man rush here for Red if they hurry. Here's Vanya with an opportunity toward the front of the goal. That was knocked down. Gets it back again on the right wing half board. Plays this back to the blue line, a long shot to the net. That's stopped by Swankusen. Rebound back behind the goal and trying to stuff it into the side of the net was Team Red unable to do so. Swankusen got back and was able to make the save. Sebastian Jocelyn to the front of the goal, redirected just up and over the net. Both Zach Smith and Cash Field were there looking for the redirection. Puck sent ahead at center, now inside of his own zone is Jocelyn. Working it across for Vaglia. And now sent back out to center. Here's Smith making his way, and he scored yesterday for Red as they'll fire a shot low and wide to the glove side. Puck worked in deep now. Wrapped around to the left wing and back to the blue line. A long shot by Red. That was knocked away. Chipped off the boards and back out through to center now comes Team Black as they'll make their way in. Here's Brum on the left wing side, controlling left circle, try to feed it back in front. That was knocked away, and it's Vanya that will take over. Vanya trying to get the handle on that in the right wing corner. Still a battle for it here as this is scrummed to the right corner and then up the boards. It will come to the stick of Team Red, and that in the way of Alex Sharman, who will start ahead. Sharman on the right wing side. Here's John Wu On, who tried to make his way back inside of the offensive zone. Knocked away and started the other way here by Team Black as they try to make their way inside of the offensive end once again. Left wing circle, trying to work that toward the front of the goal is Brum. That was knocked away. Bouncing puck will come loose to the right side and cleared down deep inside the zone by Ponte. Getting to that is Staniforth, and around the boards it goes for Sharman. Gets to center and is wedged out the puck before Black will rip it back in on goal, and Atkinson will play it to his left. 10.5 gone, 10.5 left here in this opening period that sees Team Black out to an early 1-0 lead. Staniforth from center will lay this puck in and around the goal. That will go up the right side. Held on side here by Red. The loose puck comes up the left wing side, and Staniforth will get to him before he got leveled down, and a big hit by Ponte at center and brought back the other way here by Team Black, but Red will take over. Just to the side of the defensive end, Staniforth lost the handle. Here's Ponte back with it. Back up the left wing side, and Rogers will make his way back out with that now. Knocked down on the left wing and cleared down by Mark. Taken over here by Black now as they'll work their way in. Mark tried to make his way along there on the left wing side, but he was knocked down. Puck comes loose around the right wing and flipped back toward the front of the net. That was knocked away, and it is Gursky that will send this back up the left wing side and out through center. Here comes Rogers making his way in left. Circle shot off the left pad of Stankusen, and had a man there as well trying to collect the rebound, but Stankusen kicked it to a good spot. Black back the other way, and a shot put on there by Edwards. That was steered away by Atkinson. Gursky ahead on the right wing side now. Making his way back in is Alexander. There's Jocelyn for the handle. Jocelyn working his way down low below the goal line. Sending this one up the boards and now back out through the neutral zone. And Pilak will get to it now on the left wing side to make his way in. Pilak, left wing circle, controlling back in front. They score. And guess who? It's Gage Mark with his 5th goal of the weekend. His first of the game here today. And with 8:48 to go in the first period, it's Team Black that takes a 2-0 lead. Terrific passing play by Team Black. And it's Gage Mark that finishes it off. And is able to put it home. And take a 2-0 lead. Puck worked along the left wing side and trying to work that back out there is the Team Red, and that puck right back in and covered up there, and a face-off will come back. To the blocker side of the net of Nash Atkinson, but great start here for Team Black with a 2-0 lead. It's again Gage Mark who picks up his 5th goal of the weekend Forced along the right wing side. And now back down below the goal line here as Black will try and force this up the boards. Now taken freely here as Black will try and make their way out with that. That's knocked down. And Black will get another chance here in a possible 2-on-1. Here's Brum left wing, circle to the net, and Atkinson makes the save and will hang on. Great start to this game here for Team Black, out to the 2-0 lead. Able to get plenty of pressure toward the front of the goal of Nash Atkinson. And a faceoff will come to his blocker side. And able to get goals in this game are Team Black. The latest one coming from Gage Mark. Jackson Squire, the other marker, as this puck tipped in front, and they score. Redirection in front. It was Wolfgang Gutenberg that put the puck on, and it was redirected right at the front of the goal. Looked like that puck was tipped in front and will be coming courtesy of Team Black to give themselves a 3-0 lead. And it comes in the way of Nathan Marks, who does so. I don't know if that stick got a little too high up, but Marks able to deflect that puck in right in front and put it through the legs of Atkinson. And quickly, Team Black has jumped ahead by a 3-0 score. Big hit at center. Wolfgang Gutenberg knocks his man down there in Rayburn. Puck comes back along left wing side. And battle for here below the goal line as everybody's scrumming for the puck down low. Comes back along to the right point. Controlling it there to the front of the net. That one off the post. Close call there on that try for Team Red, but off the pipe on the glove side, and this game remains at a 3-0 margin, and that will go all the way down. So Team Red with their best opportunity to score. And it came on a long shot from the right side, but just ringing iron on the glove side of Swankhusen. And the game remains 3-0. So a lot of action going on here so far in the opening 13 minutes of this game. Carried out ahead at center now on the right wing side. Here's Pilak making his way ahead, and he was worked down to the ice there as he fell down below the goal line and started back the other way here by Team Red. Sent ahead on the right wing side, and a chance working in for Gursky. He scores! Cyrus Gursky picks up the marker as he comes down the right wing side. Is able to put it home past the blocker side of Swankhusen. And after numerous chances that Gursky had to score throughout the course of the weekend, he's finally got his first and makes it a 3-1 game. So Team Red countering back on the goal by Gursky to make it a 3-1 score. Pilak trying to work his way back in, looking to give his team that 3-goal lead back. And a giveaway here as Mark just couldn't swing past his man. Popped up here just inside the blue line. Now worked back in here by Team Red, trying to make their way toward the front of the goal. And back of the line, a long shot from the right point. That's forced just wide. Carried back out to center on the right wing side, and Poitras will gather the handle here. Tried to make a play to the middle. Gursky flowing through the middle, intercepts to the backhand, and he scores. Goals back-to-back for Cyrus Gursky. And just like that, it's a 3-2 game. Well, the referees are going to talk about it here. They're going to say no goal. That puck never crossed the goal line. That was an interesting one. Gursky found that puck in the middle of the ice and just exploded through the neutral zone and worked his way in. He has had more breakaways this weekend than anybody else, and he was able to drive his way toward the front of the goal, go to the backhand, but that puck never did cross the line, so a little too premature on the goal call. And it'll be a face-off that'll come back inside of the Team Black zone, so Gursky had a great opportunity on that burst that he had. up the middle of the ice and just was unable to find its way past Swankusen, was able to react and make that stop. Draw that will come to the glove side of the goal of Swankusen. Puck up the boards on the left wing side. Wrap back down below the goal line, and puck will come around on the left wing side back in front, and just fanned as that was going right through the slot. Vanya trying to track this one down along the wall. Red will come away with it now. Put to open space. Here's Jocelyn left circle with a shot up and over the goal. Put back to the blue line. Dinnick now will throw it down low. Scrum forward here below the goal line. Now his Team Red up with it. Vanya trying to find the handle on that, but it comes back up the wall on the left wing side, and Team Black will advance their way through center. Turning back on that left wing and trying to work through a couple of checks there is Wade Lightfoot, but that will come back out to neutral ice, and it's Morgan Reed to get to it and try to work that back in. Flipped up high in the air on the right wing side and race forward here. Field will get there first. Cash Field right circle to the net. Swankusen the save, and very premature whistle as that blows play down with 4:51 to go here in this opening period, and a 2-1 score in favor of Team Black so far, as Black out to the 3-1 lead. Had the 3-0 lead before Cyrus Gursky made it a 3-1 game. And a face-off win here for Team Red. Puck back in the blue line. On with a long shot toward the net. Steered away by the right pad of the goaltender, Swankusen. Rebound comes back along to the left wing corner. Now in a battle for it here. Everybody fishing for the loose puck as it comes back up for On. Trying to work that down low. Black intercepted. Only for the moment, though, as that puck will be taken away there by Pullen and tracked back down here by Team Black. Here's Archibald to make his way in. Archibald left wing side. Tried to dance his way back in front. That was knocked away. Rayburn ahead on the left side for Sharman. Sharman trying to work his way to the middle of the ice. Had that one cut off. And it's brought back along here on the left wing side and carried back out now by Pullen. His try had that one knocked away. Pullen gets it back again below the goal line. Try to center it back in front and knocked loose and played back down around the goal back behind the net on the right wing. Now as Red will try to escape out from their own zone here. Flip back inside the zone. Staniforth will leave it along the right side. Got it back again just out of his reach and down ice. That will go, and that will go for an icing and a face-off that will come back inside of the Team Red zone, which will be loose to the glove side of the net of Team Red here with 3:31 to go in period number 1, and a 3-1 lead in favor of Team Black so far as they got up on the scoring early. Red trying to make their way back have gotten themselves within a pair. Back of the blue line, Preston Penno with a shot that was knocked down. Puck will come loose back along the left wing, and it will be Team Black looking forward here back in the corner. Up the boards, down to the left point. Long shot toward the front of the net by Edwards. That was knocked down in front by Vanya. Turning back in the right wing corner, sends that up the boards, and Patra couldn't hold that one in. That will go for an offside with 3:04 remaining here in this opening period. 3-1 our score in favor of Team Black. Face-off will come just outside of the red zone. Off the draw, it is Red that will control now and try to force their way up on the right side. Gursky does a good job to stick handle in a phone booth there and get around a couple of defenders. Try to make his way up the right wing side, but taken away by Black before Red will push that free back to the neutral zone and try to start a breakout here. Bell will flip it in. Down inside of the offensive zone. Working there on the end boards against Wolfgang Gutenberg, who's got himself an assist so far in this game. Puck comes up the wall, a big hit there right in front of the bench, and back the other way now will come Team Black. Here's Poitras back in, a long shot. Knocked down by the glove of Atkinson. Work down below the goal line here and taken away by Gage Mark, and from a sharp angle tried to put it on. Here's Archibald down low. Intercepted. Spinning off a check there is Red trying to advance their way out. Here's Bell. Bell leaving it along there and pitched up the boards on the left wing side, and now it will be Team Red that will advance their way out. Here's Gursky back with it now as he'll charge his way up the ice and try to advance his way inside of the offensive zone. Gursky down low, below the goal line, and fed it back in front and just couldn't connect with his man on that as that puck will come loose on the right side. Kick down low here by Team Red, and that puck will come loose on the left wing side and will be worked back out through to center here. Making their way back up with that is Team Black, but following up on that is Red, and playing that one ahead now for Vanya, who got locked into there with his man in neutral ice. Starting back in is Von Gutenberg, who played it across on the left wing side, and up with that now is Jocelyn, who will force that one ahead. Vanya will get to it and will work it back inside of the offensive zone. 1:15 remains here in this opening period with Team Black holding a 3-1 advantage. Played back in here by Black, and a long shot left wing circle. That was denied in front. Rebound comes back along right wing side. Final minute of play here in the opening period. And working back ahead with that now is Team Red. Right wing circle now thrown toward the front of the goal. That one just wide. Here's Jocelyn with a try toward the front of the net. And that just went wide as well. Lifted in the air, back out through to center. Here comes Brum with it now, working in left circle with a shot. Atkinson the save. Final 40 seconds of this opening period. Sending that one ahead there was Team Red to get that back out through to center. Peno gave the puck up. Here's a chance for Red, and a quick shot from the left wing side by Rogers is handled by Swankhusen, and a faceoff will come back inside of the Team Black end with 24 seconds remaining here in this opening period of matchup between Team Red and Team Black. Face off to come to the blocker side of the goal. Right off the hop on the backhand, scores! And it's Trey Alexander, who's got a goal in every game for Team Red in this tournament. Got to the front of the net, backhanded that one past. And Team Red has battled back from once being down 3-0. They make it 3-2. Alexander at the front of the net goes to the backhand and finishes off on the glove side. It makes this a 3-2 hockey game. As that's floated back in, and Bell around the boards on the right wing will get to it. Sends that back ahead through center. Alexander couldn't quite make a play on that. Here's Staniforth with it now, and that will sound the buzzer on period one, an eventful one for both sides. 3 goals in the opening period for Team Black. They held a 3-0 lead, but we've seen Team Red do this before. They scored twice late in the period as well with 18 seconds to go to make it a 3-2 game, and that's where we stand after 20 minutes of play. 3-2 is our score, as Team Red coming back to make this a tight hockey game and make it a 3-2 score. It was all Team Black early on in this game. They had the momentum on the chances that they had early on in the game, but it was Team Red that came back and were able to get themselves back in this game. Jackson Squire, just 5 minutes in from Colton Brum, made it a 1-0 game, and then Gage Mark picks up his 5th goal of the weekend from Leo Pilak and Tryson Edwards before it's Nathan Marks. Just over a minute later from Lucas Wolf von Gutenberg to make it a 3-0 game. But quickly after that, Cyrus Gursky able to get the game to a 3-1 score. His first of the weekend from Jacob Rogers and Carter Bell at 6:51. Gursky moments later had a terrific breakaway opportunity. Almost was able to find the back of the net on it. Originally called a goal. Puck never went over the goal line, so no goal was called. And then with 21 seconds remaining, Trey Alexander on the backhand picks up his 3rd goal of the weekend. He's got a goal in every game for Team Red, and that makes the score 3-2. So highly entertaining. A lot going on here in this one between these two teams, as Team Black holding the 3-2 advantage after one period. Shots on goal after one period reading in favor of Team Black by a 14-11 margin after the opening 20 minutes of play. And find ourselves in a 3-2 game in favor of Team Black here in this one. So it's been Black so far that has been the better team. And, you know, you look towards the goaltenders, Hudson Swankhausen, I thought had a good opening period there. He made 9 saves on 11 shots. Nash Atkinson making 11 saves on 14 shots in his attempts, and thought that both goaltenders stood out. They had a good opening period between the two of them, but it is Team Black that holds the 1-goal lead after one period of play. So strong opening period there from Black. We'll see what the second period has in store. Remember, if Black does win, the situations for trying to figure out who goes where become pretty easy when it comes to trying to figure out the semifinals, because it would be Black who would be 2-1, and they would take on the 1-2 Team Blue, while for Team Gray, who finished 3-0, they would take on the 0-3 team in red, who, if they do not come back here today, would be 0-3. So that would be simply setting it up. If red does win, that would make red and black 1-2. We'd have to go into what the tiebreaker is on that, which I am not overly sure of. But we'll find out at some point and get that going. Right now, it's a 3-2 game in favor of Team Black. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back after this. Get you set for second period action here from the UMH-68 Invitational, the 2010 showcase here from Vernon, as Team Black and Team Red doing battle here from Cal Tire Place North here in Vernon. Been a very strong weekend of hockey, as we look forward to even more coming down the stretch here in this game today. 3-2 our score. Back after this here to set up period number 2. Welcome back inside of Cal Tire Place North here in Vernon. Trevor Miller here with you, getting set for second period action here between Team Black and Team Red here in the second game of this 4-game Saturday here for the UMH-68 Invitational, the 2010 showcase. And this puck all the way down ice will get another face-off that'll come back inside of the blocker side of Nash Atkinson. And a face-off that is won here by Team Black, trying to get to work here, and a shot by Jock from the blue line that just went wide of the goal, back on the blocker's side. Black did hold a 3-0 lead in this game before it was Team Red that came back and had a pair of goals of their own. Morgan Reed sends it along left wing side. There's Leo Pilak back to the blue line, trying to force his way ahead with that, and unable to do so as that puck will make its way back inside of Team Red territory. Around the boards it goes on the left wing, and that puck will be sent back down below the goal line here. Wrapped around the boards on the left side, up the wall on the left wing, and that puck will come back out towards center. Team Black back onto it, and it's Reed who will deflect this one in. All the way down inside of the Team Red zone, as Red will try and go to work here on this, or the Black will try to go to work, still trying to in the offensive zone after that Red push late in period number 1, trying to keep that rolling here, but Black looking to try and get their lead to grow even more. Back to the blue line, a long shot, that by Archibald, and a good save there by Atkinson, who will hang on and get a face-off, and a draw that will come back to the glove side of the Red net. Shots were 14-11 after the opening period. Now a face-off that will come back inside of the Red zone, all the way back out through to center. This puck will come. Forced along the right wing, and now back out through inside of the Team Red end. That will see that puck come back. Forced back out through neutral territory on the right wing side. Gursky brought this back in, but offside was Team Red. So a face-off that will come back out to neutral ice. Just over 2 minutes gone here in this second period. And a face-off that will take place back out at center. A draw that's put back down inside of the Team Black end. Race for it there, and that will see this puck thrown toward the front of the net. And Hudson Swank, who's in through that one just wide on the blocker side. Played back down below the goal line. Wrapped around, that was Lucas Wolfgang Gutenberg, who was able to pick up an assist in the opening period. Wrapped back behind the goal once again. Team Red trying to go to work here and get things going in the second period. Dimmick the long shot that went off a body and wide. Back down behind the goal, up the right side, held onside here by Team Red. Down into the corner. Scrum forward here. Puck comes up the wall, held on there by Gursky. Makes his way up to the high slot, working top of the right circle. Drops it off for Dimmick with a shot. That was knocked down in front and cleared away on the left wing side past the play of Ponte and all the way down inside of the Team Red zone. Puck is scooped back down behind the goal. Wrapped around on the right side and flipped back along here to the left wing where Team Black will take over. Nicely knocking that one down is Archibald on the left wing side. Up the boards that will come and back out through to center where Archibald will take over. Back inside of his own end. Archibald making his way out through center now across the blue line, moving into the left wing faceoff circle and just couldn't get that puck to go through. Wrapped back down behind the goal. And up the wall on the left wing side, that will come and forced all the way down inside of the Team Black end. Down below the goal line now, that's Gathered up here by Red, and a wraparound try. There was room on that glove side for Jacob Rogers, who just couldn't flush it in. Down to the corner, now backdoor pass. Rogers to the net, what a save! Swankusen comes across, and a phenomenal glove side stop to keep the Team Black lead at 3-2. And prevent a tie game, what a save that was. Here's Brum making his way back in. Brum stopping up inside the left point. Sends this down to the left face-off circle. Looking for an option to pass. Lightfoot back in front. Couldn't connect with Brum again. Edwards on the right wing. Slides it down low. Back behind the goal now. Trying to kick that one free behind the net is Lightfoot, but wrap back around the boards once more. And loose puck will come back along the right wing side, and now flushed in deep there on the right side by Field. All the way down inside of Team Black territory as they'll send this puck back out at center. 5 minutes gone here in this second period, which sees a 3-2 lead in favor of Team Black. Scramble for the puck on the left wing side. That will come back out through to neutral territory. Here's Dimmick along with it now. Dimmick forced along left wing and floated back toward the front of the goal that got underneath of the glove of the netminder there in Swankusen, it back the other way. Here comes Brum working. He's got a man to the net, and Poitras, who just couldn't take that pass. Good look there from Brum, but Poitras just couldn't accept the feed. Bouncing puck that Team Red will get the handle on. Played back around to the right side, though. Poitras tried to advance his way back in, unable to do so. This puck floated back down in front of the Team Black net, and they will try and make their way out of their own zone. Here's Mark with it now. Got it ahead on the left side. Pilak threw it back down below the goal line. Up the boards on the right wing and back out through to center. Team Red will try and extract this puck there. Worked along the right wing side now. Here's Sharman. Sharman advancing, and he was knocked to his knees as he threw this puck down below the goal line. Big collision there as that will come up the left wing side, and it is Gage Mark who will feed it through the middle and off the backhand of Poitras, who will try and get back to that on the left side. Here's Mark with it now as he tried to work his way inside of the offensive zone. Gage Mark controlling left circle. Just couldn't get the handle on that, and bank back up on the right wing side here as that's Team Red trying to make their way back in. High slot, there's Alexander. He couldn't get the shot away. Poitras got back and was able to knock that puck away from him. Floated around on the right wing side. And taken back on the right side there and put toward the front of the net. Good save by Swankusen. Comes over and makes a solid stop on that play back to the front of the goal. And a face-off that will come back inside of the Team Black end of the ice with 12:50 to go here in the second period. 3-2 our score in favor of Team Black as they continue to remain ahead, and large part of their goaltender too in this period because Hudson Swankusen has been terrific. Here's Archibald who tries to get inside the line. That will go for an offside. A reminder, our title sponsor is Iron Ghost Construction, recognized as a top contractor in multiple industries such as oil and gas, forestry, and agriculture, from building turnkey production facilities that produce canola oil, biodiesel, condensate, and oil to keep up with the industry changes in forestry where new technology and equipment are replacing that of the past. Iron Ghost specializes in the main structures with a large employment of iron workers, crane operators, and millwrights. Iron Ghost has successfully completed projects in BC, Alberta, and Saskatchewan. Puck forced down low into the left wing corner now as Team Black will try and make their way out of their own zone. Sent ahead on the left wing side. Ponte tried to advance that up, and here's Pullen trying to work his way back in, but offside is Team Black just ahead of the play. So faceoff will come back inside of the neutral zone here with 12:07 to go in the second period and a lead of 3-2 in favor of Team Black. Puck comes back out to neutral ice and brought along now by field right circle. Try to play it back in front and around the goal it goes on the right side. Just unable to force that one on now as Team Black, as Black will get to it and laid back down below the goal line as they'll start it ahead. Kicked up on the right side. Played along now for Bell. Bell ahead right wing. Rogers going to chase after it here, working there against Edwards. Edwards will reverse this up on the right wing side and play here for Ponte. Ponte working him back across the blue line, right circle shot off the end boards. He got it back again and tried to put that one on, but swallowed up at the side of the net. Net by the goaltender, Nash Atkinson, and a faceoff will come back to his left side with 11:28 to go here in the second period. Off the face-off now, Team Black will control. Long shot from the line. Blocked down in front and flipped just up and over the goal on a backhand. Great look there for Team Black to try and get themselves a 2-goal lead once again, but could not get anything past Atkinson. Another scramble to the front of the net and unable to track that one down as Black in front. Puck worked below the goal line now. Taken over here by Squire, who's looking for his second goal of the game on that chance moments ago. Edwards across right side. Here's Penno. Penno forced it back down below the goal line. Right back down in the corner. Big collision there as a sharp angled shot went up and over the goal. Comes back around the right side and played back out through to center here where it's worked back in by Team Red. Puck will flutter right in front and gathered up now. Team Black will try and advance the other way. Sent back in on the right wing side by Rayburn. Down below the goal line now as that was an inside edge there on his man for Team Red was the play of Sharman who threw it on from the left side and not really knowing where that one was Swankusen on the puck that just went up and over the goal. Work back in now on the right wing side, put to the net, and Squire had a chance in front and just chipped wide on a great opportunity there at the front of the goal for Lightfoot. Brought the other way. Here's Gursky down the left wing. Tried to get the inside edge working down the left side, but good job there by Team Red to knock that, or Team Black to knock that off stride. Puck sent back out to center and worked up off the boards on the left wing, but quickly back ahead on the right wing side comes Brum, right circle shot, just fired it wide. Back along with it in the high slot, another opportunity stopped. Rebound in front, scores! And Team Black gets back ahead by a pair as right in front they're able to funnel that puck on. And guess who? Again, for the third straight game, it's Gage Mark that scores for the second time and makes it a 4-2 game. Gage Mark now up to 6 goals on the weekend with just under 9.5 to go here in this second period. Mark hits the mark yet again, and he has had himself an impressive weekend set of games. Yet again, the third straight game where he has a multi-goal contest. And his 6th goal of the weekend has put Team Black ahead by a 4-2 score. Back to the side of the net now. Atkinson makes that save. Rebound comes out left point. Here's Jock with it now. Threw it to the goal. Tipped on. That stopped. Rebound back out for Patra. Patra spun and fired that one on. Atkinson a standing save. Puck goes below the goal line. Nice maneuver there is trying to force that one back out in front as Lightfoot and carried back out through the center and inside of neutral territory. Here's Gursky back along with it now on the blocker side. Just couldn't connect as he had his man there on that and just missed firing there on the right side. Gursky looking for the opportunity there, and Vanya, a big hit on the end boards as he sends his man down to the ice. Brought back the other way here by Team Black, and that one comes right through the middle and worked back out on the right wing side here by Red as they'll make their way back inside of the offensive zone. Working in as Gursky just couldn't get to the inside edge on that. Floated ahead on the left wing side. Making moves there is Mark, but that was knocked away on the left wing and thrown back down below the goal line. Pilak left it there. Staniforth will leave it back behind the goal. Up for Rogers on the right wing side. Dancing with that and trying to find the handle there as that puck is worked free on the left wing and carried back out through to center on the right side. Now off the boards. Rogers tried to track that one down once again, unable to do so. Puck flipped high in the air, back out through center. Collected up there by Team Red and trying to get around a check there was fielded and neutralized. Got a penalty coming up here against Wolf von Gutenberg, and they're going to call him for interference. And then we'll see a power play upcoming here for Team Red. Down by a pair. Good opportunity for them to try and get back in this hockey game with 7:35 to go here in the second period. And a face-off that'll come to the blocker side of the goal of Swankusen, and that goes all the way down inside of Team Red territory. Given up now inside the Team Red zone as Black will take over to the backhand, to the forehand, and a chance. Side of the net goes Marks. He just can't finish it off. Edwards with a try from the line that went off a body and wide. Back out at center now. Edwards will collect and get down ice. Boy, this is not a team you want to play shorthanded. Gage Marks scored shorthanded yesterday. Team Black, shorthanded, has been a tough team to contend against. They haven't given up a goal in the penalty kill either. Worked back in on the right wing side. Offside is Team Red. We've only had one power play goal so far on the weekend. That came earlier in our game before this. Team Gray was able to do that. And a face-off that will come outside of the Team Black end with 6:51 to go here in period number 2. 1:17 remaining in the power play. And a 4-2 game in favor of Team Black. Of course, Gage Park has been kind of the standard here this weekend, has a pair of goals. Jun Woo-on will make his way in. Try to throw that one down low off a skate, and it's gathered up here by Sebastian Jocelyn at the blue line. Down below the goal line. Trying to work that free now, getting to some open space. And on the right wing, it will come for Morelli. Works this back along the left wing blue line and held on there by Sharman. Sharman rakes that back down below the goal line. Here is an opportunity up the boards to try and clear for Team Black. That in the way of Reed. He was unable to do so. Working up to the left wing point and holding that one onside is Jocelyn. Jocelyn fought it right back down below the goal line. Trying to spank that one up the boards there is Team Black, and they will get that one up and out through center. Worked back in by Pullen. Pullen trying to get around his man on the left wing side, working to the front of the net, and just couldn't connect with a body in front. Power play has come to an end. We're back to 5-on-5. Momentarily here in the next 5 seconds as Black will advance their way ahead. Started back in. Alexander makes a move, and then he lost the handle as the puck rolled off his forehand and wide. Now back to 5-on-5 as Von Gutenberg is out of the box. At center, Pullen will fire it in. Knocked down as Team Red will take over possession. Trying to start their way out here as that puck laid off the boards on the left wing side. Bell will advance this ahead down the left wing, working into the left wing corner and trying to work their way back inside offensively. Puck sent back out through the center and quickly snap back inside of the Team Black zone. Brought back along on the right wing here by Team Black and carried back in on the right side, put toward the front of the net. Here's a chance for Archibald with a shot from the left circle. And a good save made there by Atkinson. Face-off blockers side of the goal of Atkinson. In a game that's 4-2 in favor of Team Black here in this one. Puck work to the corner where there's a big scrum ensuing there off to the blocker side of Atkinson. Worked free in the left wing corner now and gathered up and played back up to the blue line there where it is Archibald trying to get to it. Back at the blue line, Marks with a shot. He broke his stick on the attempt as that will come back loose here inside of the Team Red zone. Wrap back around on the behind the net, up the left wing side and flip back up to the blue line, not out, a long shot fired wide. Worked around on the boards on the left wing. Down below the goal line now, it's the Black try to center as I was looking for Gage Mark, who just couldn't get there. Puck rolling on in, back down inside of the Team Black end. Rogers upended there as that was Wolfgang Gutenberg that took the puck away. Back behind the net now, Rogers will get back and intercept. Rogers tied up there on the end boards by Wolfgang Gutenberg. Following up on that and trying to play to the blue line there was Red. They were unable to do so. That was Zach Smith and forced back down inside of the Team Red end. Gage Mark bidding for his hat trick marker for the third straight game. Puck will come back up left point. Pilak, right wing side, making a move as Archibald cutting to the middle with a shot, and he couldn't finish it off, but slick hands from the big defender. All the way down ice, that will go. Edwards will go back onto it here. Tryson Edwards back behind his net. Bumps the puck ahead and through the middle of the ice now. Mark will try and track this down, but first to it on the right side is Dimmick, who will play it in. Edwards back forward inside of his own zone, turning away from pressure up the boards, but that's held onside by Sharman. Down below the goal line now, getting through a check and working free is Rayburn. Rayburn right circle. Up to the right point, Dimmick with a shot. It went off a body and glanced up and over the goal. Back up the right wing side with 2:35 to go here in period number 2. Worked back into the offensive end by Black. Here's Mark, high slot with a shot. That was knocked down. Loose puck, side of the goal. Sweeping away at it to the side of the net. There was Patra, and falling back onto it is Atkinson to make the save, and will hang on. 2:23 remaining here in the second period. And a 4-2 game remains in favor of Team Black. This will come back around on the right side and worked out ahead through center by Team Red. Here's Gursky making his way back in. Gursky tried to advance his way to the middle of the ice. That was knocked down. Puck will come back out through to center. Gursky tried to track that one down, unable to do so as this will work back down below the goal line. Big collision there on the end boards. Back out through center and worked inside the zone by Vanya. Vanya on the side wall will send this down low. Here's Alexander trying to stop up there in the corner, but that will come loose back below the goal line off to the glove side of the goal of Swankhusen, and off the boards on the right wing side. That will come back out to center here for Team Black. Making his way in is Pullen, put toward the front of the net. Steered away on the left wing side by Alexander. Loose puck now in the corner. Trying to force that one back down low as Team Black, but Red all over it. They'll wrap it around the boards and held on side for the long try by Edwards. Blockered away. Back around on the right wing now. Alexander will get to it. Alexander back below the goal line, up the left side, trying to work his way out of his own zone. Black holds it in. 1:10 remains here in period number 2, and that puck will come back out at center. Here's Gursky to make his way back in. Top of the right circle with a shot. That went off a body and wide. Played back around on the right wing. Down to the corner and looking for that puck below the goal line now is coming up with that as Smith is centering pass. Comes to Dimmick with time and space. Fanned on the shot, and Black could have numbers the other way. Working ahead is Lightfoot. Down the left wing with a shot. That was fired wide as well. Puck will come all the way back around out to center. Worked back in here by Team Red. Carried back along the right side and wedged off into the boards now as this puck is jousted for there in the right corner. Big collision there with a couple of bodies coming together in the right half board. That puck will be sent back out to center. Jocelyn on the left wing into the final 15 seconds of period 2. Forced back down low. Trying to get to that is Reed. knocked off stride now. And a big collision there. There's a couple of bodies come together. And that puck back inside of the Team Red zone. A chance for Black at the end of the period. They score. Jackson Squires, second of the game with 1.9 to go in the second period. Makes this a 5-2 game. Well, at the other end of the ice, after getting tangled up behind the play, a big collision on the end boards, and Jacob Rogers is slow to go off as he will be helped back to the bench. And with that happening on one end, it was the odd man rush at the other, and it's Jackson Squire finishing off his second goal of the game and making a 5-2 game in the final seconds of period number 2. As we finish things off here through 40 minutes, 5-2. Team Black is ahead. They score the only goals of that second period. And have themselves ahead by a score of 5-2 heading into period number 3. Gage Mark, of course, again, a 9:31 mark, scoring his second goal of this game and his sixth goal of the weekend. So he comes through in a big spot to get a marker to make it 5-2. Or that was 4-2 at that point before Jackson Squire able to put his team ahead by a 5-2 margin on that goal with just 1/9 of a second left on the clock. That made the game 5-2, and that's where we stand after 2 periods of play. So some big goals in that second period for Team Black, outshooting Team Red 8-2 in that second period. So there's 2 shots for Team Red in that second frame. 22-13 after 40 minutes in favor of Team Black. Again, first period goals, Jackson Squire, Gage Mark, and Nathan Marks. Cyrus Gursky and Trey Alexander scoring in the first period as well before it's Gage Mark's second of the tournament, or second of the game at that coming with just about 10.5 left in that second period before it's Jackson Squire with just over 1 second left from Colton Brum and Wade Lightfoot to make it a 5-2 game. And Black out to the 5-2 lead heading into period number 3. So a big third period coming up here from Vernon. We look to see what is in store for that. Team Red looking to try to pick up their first win of the weekend. Team Black looking to pick up their second. And if the score remains the same, we know what semifinals we'll have. It will be Team Gray versus Team Red, and Team Black and Team Blue would play each other in a semifinal as well. So that's coming up. Third period action coming up in a matter of moments. We'll have that coming up for you here momentarily as we roll along here from Vernon. 5-2 Team Black ahead heading into the third period, and what should be an interesting finish to this one. This is UMH-68 Invitational, the 2010 showcase here on YouTube. Welcome back inside of Cal Tire Place North here in Vernon. Trevor Miller here with you. Third period action getting underway between Team Black and Team Red in a big conclusion to the second period for Team Black. They only gave up 2 shots in that second period and scored 2 goals of their own and have a 5-2 lead after 40 minutes. Looking to try and finish this one off and looking to pick up their second win of the weekend. Red looking to try and come back and get their first win of the weekend set. Underway here for period number 3, and Red back for the puck back inside of their own zone. Cash Field ahead on their left wing side, trying to advance this puck in deep. He will just past the blocker or the glove side of Hudson Swank, who's in up the boards on the right side. That puck will come all the way down inside of Team Red territory, but given up and a chance in front of backhander put to the net. Macklin Pullen put it to the goal that went off the left pad of the goaltender there in Nash Atkinson. All the way down below the goal line and around the boards on the right wing side. Junwoo An will force this puck around and plays it up the wall on the right wing as Team Red will try and advance their way back out to center here. Worked along with it there on the left side. Offside will be Team Red trying to advance in 55 seconds into period number 3. So the final game of the morning wave here today. And then we'll take about a 3.5-hour timeout. Figure out the semifinal and final, or the semifinal placements, and come back with a semifinal matchup at 4:15. And then also we'll come back with another matchup at 6:45 tonight. Up the boards on the right wing side. Lightfoot trying to get to it. Chipped off the wall and back out through center on the right wing side. Red will come with it now. Forced along to the right wing circle and taken back here by Team Black as they'll find the puck back inside of their own end. Trying to force that along the boards of the right wing. That shot from the blue line was knocked down as it'll be Team Black who will get ahead with it out at center on the right wing side. Brum trying to get to it. Bouncing puck now, settling it here, bottom of the right circle, put it to the net, and the rebound scores. Side of the net, it's Wade Lightfoot who puts it home, and it's a 6-2 Team Black lead. Six to 2, Team Black jumping ahead, and it's Wade Lightfoot who picks up the marker as he earns his first goal of the day, second goal of the tournament. Makes it a 6-2 score. There's Mason Patra with a shot. That was stopped by the left pad of Atkinson. Rebound back behind the goal. The left wing side now, and it is turned back up ice on the right wing here by Team Red as they'll advance their way out. Sharman across on the right wing side. Floated back in there on the right side by Rayburn. Back along the boards on the right wing and now taken back out through the center here by Team Black, who have been all over this game here. That after the first period, and thought maybe Team Red would come back down 3-0. They made it a 3-2 game and have some momentum on their side, but it has been all Team Black since then. Fired in from center. And that one goes off of Atkinson and wide on the right wing side, and that will settle things up, and we'll get a face-off that will come back into neutral ice, and a draw that will take place back to the just outside of the blue line. A reminder, they'll have our 3 Stars presentation coming up after this hockey game. 3 Stars Awards brought to you by Nick Ruffton, real estate professional with Century 21's executives, where the focus is on relationships over transactions. Take the first step and call Nick Ruffton, Century 21 executives, at 778-212-3273, or visit Vernon and ColdstreamHomefinder.com. Working their way back in now are Team Black. Back out at center. Bouncing puck on the right wing and now forced back out through neutral territory. Working back in with that is Josh Field and had that broken up. Up the right side, trying to advance that one ahead. Flipped up off the boards and will be knocked down there as Pilak tried to get the handle on it. Good to see Jacobs back, or That was Jacob Rogers back after he took that big collision late in the second period. And he tries to find the puck in the middle of the ice now, but it's scooped up here by Staniforth and brought back the other way on the right side and played in deep there by Field. Rogers in for the puck down low, 3.5 gone here in this third period. Brought up the boards on the right side, knocked down here by Alexander in neutral ice and fed it ahead. Here's Vanya now working into the high slot, cutting to the left point. Vanya circling there in the left wing half board, tried to throw it toward the front of the net. That went off a body and wide. Played along by Red. Back at the blue line, a long shot. Nice stop there by Swankhusen as he lost his stick and lost it out of the fray. So some scoring updates today. Jackson Squire, after opening the scoring, has himself a pretty nice day so far today. 2 goals and an assist for Squire in the hockey game today. Gage Mark, of course, has a pair of goals, and good day for Colton Brum as well. Brum's got himself 3 assists here on the morning turned afternoon game here on this Saturday. Puck back out at center now as Cyrus Gursky will make his way ahead. Gursky on the right wing side, tried to send that one back in front, knocked away. From the blue line, Bell with a long try that was knocked down. Here's Jocelyn now with it left point, threw it to the net, steered away by Swankhusen. Puck once again battled for here on the left wing side, and that will be forced back along through the left wing and out through to center now, where it's scooped up and Poland will make his way ahead. Poland on the left wing, trying to work that back to the middle, and that's slashed toward the front of the goal before it was just put wide of the net on the blocker's side. Gathering that is Black again, and that feed back in front just misfired. Turning that one back and trying to find some opening there is Team Black. Archibald left it there, and a long shot was forced just wide of the net off the stick of Marks. Team Red back for it inside of their own zone. Looking ahead, and a stretch pass finds his man. Here's Sharman carrying in, left circle, scores. Alex Sharman was waiting at the blue line for a feed for quite some time. Eventually got it and walked in the left circle and rips a shot past the blocker's side of Swankhusen to make it a 6-3 game. So Sharman gets the goal. That has put his team with their 3rd of the afternoon so far in a 6-3 game. Long stretch play, sent back in. Atkinson kicks it down. Still 14.5 to go here in the 3rd. So time for Red to try and come back, which is something that they've done pretty well over the course of these couple of days. Played back along the boards on the left wing side and drop back off now here for Red. Advanced further and all the way down inside of Team Black territory. That will go down for an icing, and a faceoff that will come back inside of Team Red territory now. Final game of the round robin here today, with both these teams getting set to try and get themselves going in the semifinal. Puck sent in on the right wing side by Black, and this will go down along the boards on the left wing and back out to the blue line where it's held onside. Moving in is Edwards with the shot, and a glove save made by the goaltender there in Atkinson. So face-off that will come back to the blocker's side of the goal of Atkinson. Under 14 to play here in period number 3. Off the draw now, this is forced ahead by Red, and a chance here for Gursky to get away. Gursky with speed down the right wing side, but nice job by Morgan Reed to come over and defend him well. Gursky's got great speed to pull away, and we've seen that over the course of these last 2 days, and had an opportunity to try and get to space, but Reed defended that well and took him to the outside and did not allow him to get into the middle. Face-off glove side. Off the draw, pushed ahead by Team Black and worked back down inside of the Team Red zone, a bouncing puck that will get to the backhand of Mark, and he slid it just wide. That one's carried away and back out. Now comes Team Red from inside of their own end and worked ahead now on the left wing side by Alexander. Alexander will make his way back toward the front of the goal, and a loose puck there at the side of the net, scores. It's Gursky, picks up his second of the game, and it's now 6-4. Cyrus Gursky finds the puck at the side of the goal and brushes it past the glove side of Swankusen, and just like that, this game is now a 2-goal contest once more, and a 6-4 Team Black lead, and Red is not going down quietly. Puck floated in from the neutral zone and down inside of Team Black territory. Going to get to this now, and a centering pass now worked away and below the goal line now. It comes back up the right wing side. Here's Wolfgang Gutenberg, who tried to put it back in front. Black to the backhand. Good stop by Atkinson. Right and tight on Marks, who was standing in there at the front of the goal. And nice job on the backhand goes Marks, but an even better stop by Atkinson to keep that puck out. Faceoff will come to the glove side of the goal of Atkinson. Here's a chance now, throwing it to the front of the net. Ponte just couldn't get it to his intended target. Loose puck inside the blue line now, and that's Sharman that puts it back ahead and dumped back in deep here by On. Just over 7 minutes gone here in period number 3. Forced back down below the goal line here. Jock down low, played along behind the net on the blocker side, comes loose now. Jocelyn, right wing side for On to the front of the net, steered away back behind the goal. The puck will go up the boards on right point. Left it here at the side, got it back again and threw it toward the front of the net. That one went wide. Carried back ahead on the right wing side by Team Black as Reed tried to get to it, but knocked away, and Marks will carry it back in. A high slot shot. That was knocked down. Got it back again and loose there in front before it's cleared away past Field on the right wing side, and Reed couldn't quite find it. Here comes Cashfield behind the defense, but Reed did another great job of reacting to that and poking that one away. Wrapped around the boards. Back at the blue line now, thrown back behind the net. Team Red back onto it here behind the goal as they'll try to make something work. Here's Sharman back with it. Up top it goes, left point. Bell back along the boards, just out of the reach of Sharman. Pushed back down below the goal line now, and it is scooped up and played back out to center and ripped back inside of the offensive zone there by Team Black in the way of Ponte. Long stretch pass. Smith got a piece of, so no icing on the play. All the way down inside of Team Black territory. Looking for that. Enough dangerous play back toward the front of the net. Long shot from the right wing. Point just went wide. Taken back over by Rogers on the left wing. Forced back toward the front of the goal and taken back the other way. Here is Team Black will advance and start up ice. Edwards tried to work that ahead. Knocked down in the middle of the ice, and now it's Peno that will find the handle back in neutral ice. Laid it along back in his own zone. Turning back there is Edwards. Still diving back behind his goal line now, and back behind the goal he'll go. Played it along on the right wing. Getting that one back up through center is Brum. Brum trying to advance his way into the offensive zone, and played along the left side and sent in deep there by Team Black. Around the boards that will go, and that gets past the outstretched stick of Edwards, all the way back inside of the Team Black zone. Fought ahead for Lightfoot. Played it back along, left wing circle, and a shot there. That was blocked. Secondary effort now put to the net and steered away off the outside of the goal. Brum threw it down low. Loose puck comes back behind the goal and then back up the right wing side. Here's Gursky with it now. Gursky makes his way in across the blue line on the right wing side. Gursky down to the corner off the side of the net. Loose puck will come on the right wing now for Vanya. Vanya trying to get the handle on that as it's broken out from inside of the Team Black zone out through center. 9:45 to play here in the third period. And Team Black leading Team Red 6-4. Intercepted at center. And it's Team Black that will get onto it now. Here's Patra. Back out through center. Run into on a good job there just outside the blue line by Vanya. Now a dangerous play back in front as blowing a wheel there was on, and that created an opportunity at the side of the net. Forced toward the side of the goal on the blocker side. Geared away and thrown down below the goal line, and now back out through to center. Here comes Team Red. Trying to advance their way out now as this puck will come along to the left wing. Back inside the Team Black zone and stretch pass out through center. They'll go right on goal, so no icing as Atkinson will just steer it back to his right for Bell. Bell a stretch pass ahead. Here's Rayburn along with it now. Rayburn down the left wing, advancing in as he threw that toward the front of the net, steered away, up and out of play with 8:47 remaining now in this third period. And it's a 6-4 game in favor of Team Black. A reminder that our game's Grit and Grind Award is brought to you by Brown Social House, locally owned and operated. Brown Social House, Village Green, provides the perfect balance between neighborhood pub and upscale casual dining. Our guests experience a premium casual environment that makes them feel at home, and that's what the term social house is all about. It is that simple. Brought back in on the left wing side there, put to the net. That one steered away and punched away from the front of the goal by the blocker of Atkinson. Played back now for Team Black as they'll try to charge their way up ice. Bouncing puck on the right wing side, thrown toward the front of the net. That one steered away as Swankhuysen able to defend that away from the front of his goal. Wrapped around on the right wing and held on here by Red. Comes across left wing side to the net, and Swankhuysen the save on the try by Rayburn from the left faceoff circle with 8:07 to go here in the third period. Dressing room snacks, as always, throughout the course of the weekend, provided by Nature's Fair Markets. If it's good for you, we've got it. And also Davidson Orchards, growing farm food and family fun since 1933 right here in Vernon. Turning and firing, tipping that to the net. Boy, Rogers threw that toward the front of the goal. That was tipped on. He thought that went in, but somehow that puck stayed out. Brought back along the right wing side. Big collision there as that puck sailed wide of the goal on the blocker side. 7:40 remains here in this third period, and we'll get a stoppage in play, and looks like we've got a penalty coming up here on that big hit on the side. So Macklin pulling off for boarding, and a power play opportunity here for Team Red, down by a pair. Face-off will come to the glove side of the goal of Swankhuysen, and a big opportunity here for Team Red, down by a pair of goals, going to the power play, looking to try and make this a one-goal game. Black will get it back to the blue line, held on side. Forced around in the left wing. Alexander trying to get to it. Loose puck up for grabs and taken the other way, and a penalty upcoming here against Team Red. Marks is back inside of the offensive zone, try to make a move. Gursky touches up, and we've got a tripping call coming here against Team Red, and it's Trey Alexander that's going to go off, and that will negate an opportunity here for Team Red on the power play, and we'll play in a minute 44 of 4-on-4 play. So 7:23 to go here in the third, and a minute 42 of 4-on-4 action coming up here. As Gursky trying to break through the middle of the ice with some speed, but couldn't get by to his man there, and it's taken over here by Team Black. Sent out to center. Here's Brum with it now, worked off the puck. Gursky working in right circle shot off a leg and wide of the goal. Brought back out through the center. Brum will lay it back in. Right on goal. Atkinson there to swallow that one up and hang on. 7 minutes even to play here in period number 3. 6-4 the score in favor of Team Black. Trying to come to the left of the goal of Atkinson. Jostling around the boards on the right wing, and then we'll come back up to the blue line. Edwards holds it on side and just slotted that one wide of the goals. It's carried back out here by Team Red. Jocelyn through center, knocked down neatly in neutral ice and carried ahead across the blue line by Brum. Works it across left wing side to the goal, and another stop made by Atkinson on the try by Lightfoot from the left face-off circle. And a draw that will come back inside of the Team Red end. Off the face-off now, a scramble here as Reed gets it back at the right point, threw it toward the front of the goal, and could not make its way through to the front of the net. Chipped ahead by Morelli, back inside of the offensive zone. Turning away here in the left wing corner as we continue 4-on-4 for the next 34 seconds. Back toward the front of the net. Rayburn gets to some open ice and just couldn't make his way toward the front of the goal. Brought the other way on the left side now as that was Squire that played it ahead. Trying to get to that is Patra, working back inside of the offensive zone, and now it's taken by Squire in neutral ice once more. Forced along and back inside of the Team Black zone. As 3 seconds remains in 4-on-4, and Red went to the front of the goal, and Staniforth just had his stick knocked out of his hands there. As 14 seconds of power play time here for Team Black. Here's Squire back along with it now on the right side, threw it toward the front of the net. Walking in Archibald, the bouncing puck that he couldn't get much on. Rebound will come loose to the left wing corner and up the boards. That will come in all the way down ice. So 5:20 remaining here in the third. We're back to 5-on-5. Puck worked up the boards on the left wing side and now taken over here by Team Black as they'll start ahead. Sent along the right wing here for Marks. Marks up the boards now. Pilak trying to find the loose handle on that in neutral ice and chip back along to the right wing there for Rogers. Rogers plays it down low. Collected up and around the boards. That will go. Forced back along right wing side and now flipped back out to center by Field. Played along through the middle of the ice and collected up there. A big hit as Bell lands his man down hard and Pilak in neutral ice. Pilak trying to get to that. Field will come away with it. Works in right circle to the back door and just couldn't find his man on that. This is well defended before it went to the front of the goal. Here's Rogers back with it. Throw it along on the right wing side. Puck forced all the way back out through to center. Bell across right wing it goes now as Team Red will try and regroup and get their way out through center, but that misfiring and that one's knocked down in neutral ice there as well before it's lifted back down inside of Team Black territory. Black back along with it now, trying to make their way out from the neutral zone and carried back in by Pilak, working in left circle, threw it to the net and steered away. That puck will come back behind the goal. Wrapped around high off the glass, up and out of play with 3:52 to go here in this third period. And a face-off that will come back to the blocker side of the goal of Team Red, and a timeout called here by Team Red by the looks of it. Mark Ferner, the Team Red head coach, calling a timeout. With a 6-4 lead in favor of Team Black. Interesting, by the way, the coaches for each side, as we've seen Mark Ferner for Team Black and also for Team Red and also for Team Black, Colton Sparrow. Both of them actually, Ferner used to coach Sparrow, part of Vernon Viper teams in the BC Hockey League back a long time ago. Eric Pastro, who's a current Vipers forward, has been helping Sparrow out on the Team Black bench all week. Zach Funk, who is part of the Prince George Cougars of the Western Hockey League, had over 60 goals this year for a Cougars team that was ousted in the Western Conference Final to the Portland Winterhawks, but he played a large part in that. Signed a deal with the Washington Capitals about 2 months ago. Helping out on the bench with Mark Ferner. So the 30-second timeout has come and gone. And a face-off that is set to go back inside of the Team Red zone to the blocker side of Atkinson. Off the face-off now, it's Black that will win the draw, and a long shot from the blue line, gloved and held by the Team Red netminder. Reminder that this weekend, sponsored by Up My Hockey with Jason Padol and the Hockey Podcast about reaching your potential. Visit upmyhockey.com for information on mindset training for hockey players. Grow your mindset, grow your game. Puck thrown back out through the middle of the ice now and taken over here as it's brought back in by Alexander. Left wing feed. Gursky trying to advance. Out to the bench for the extra attacker is Atkinson. So it's a 6-on-5 attack here for Team Red, down 6-4. Working in deep now, trying to get the game within a goal. Here's Alexander. Up top for On. Back for Alexander. Right wing corner now for Gursky. Picked off by Team Black, put up the boards and chipped away, and a chance to race after it here for Gage Mark to the empty net. He scores! And it's the hat trick goal for Gage Mark, who finds the back of the net with his third of the game and his 7th of the weekend. And with 3:10 to go in the third period, Team Black's taking a 7-4 lead. Puck thrown back down now onto the right side, and Team Red trying to make their advance back inside of the offensive zone now as this puck is worked ahead out through center. Battle for it here right near the boards and taking back over in neutral ice and trying to force that one in there is Rayburn, knocked down by Squire and now picked up by Morgan Reed. Reed on a second effort will get it out. Here's Jocelyn now with it. Laid back down inside of the offensive zone. Squire to race after it here into the offensive end of the right circle to the net, and a save by Atkinson. 2:25 to go here in the third period. Another chance in front and a good stop by Atkinson, denying that opportunity. Jock will let it go back inside of his own zone now as Archibald will take over. Long stretch pass out through center and bouncing puck that is worked back in here by Team Black. Fought along the right wing side, and collision there as that puck will come free out through the middle. Here's Field now with it. Tried a quick shot. That was knocked down, and a bouncing puck that's cleared off the glass and out to center. Dimmick tried to work that back in deep. Intercepted and brought back the other way here by Team Black, working into the backhand to the forehand. What a goal there by Archibald as he scores. Dancing from left to right and finishing over the blocker side of Atkinson. And Team Black jumps ahead 8-4. Austin Archibald was able to put his team ahead by 4. And it's looking more and more like Team Black will be taking on Team Blue in the semifinal here later tonight. And Team Red maybe just saving all their wins for the semifinal and final sequence as they've got another chance and an opportunity. Here's Marks back in front. Pullen just fired it wide. Pullen on the right wing side. Down low now for Marks. 8-4, Team Black ahead. After they fell 8-4 yesterday to Team Gray, have reversed that score here against Team Red. Puck sent to the middle and worked back along the right wing side and out towards center. And again, it's Black that works their way in. Here's Ponte back to the middle and couldn't find Peno with that opportunity. Long stretch past the center. Alexander making his way down the right wing. Lost the handle on it there, following up and putting it to the net, but unable to get that shot toward the goal. On the right side was Team Red. Long try from the line, stop on the right pad of Swankusen in the final minute of period number 3. Lifted off the glass, back out towards center. And laid back out toward neutral ice now, where it's Team Black that will take over and try to start back the other way. Long shot, stopped by the right pad of Atkinson. The rebound comes loose back in front and could not be corralled. Lifted high in the air as that bouncing puck will get past Alexander. Forcing away back in down below the goal line. around the boards in the left wing now. 15 seconds to play here in period number 3. Long stretch pass down inside of the Team Red zone. Now we'll go for an icing with 4 seconds remaining here in period 3. So with this result, it'll be Team Red taking on Team Gray. That'll be the first semifinal at 4:15. And then Team Black will take on Team Blue for the late game tonight at 6:45. 4 seconds to go, all but a formality as this puck rolls back toward the front of the net. That will sound the buzzer. This one is over. Team Black on a hat trick from Gage Mark. 2 goals and an assist from Jackson Squire. 3 assists from Colton Brum. Pick up the win today, 8-4, the final score over Team Red here in this one. So a victory there for Team Black. They move to 2-1 after the semifinals. 0-3 goes Team Red following this semifinal, or going into the semifinals, where they will take on Team Gray, who have yet to lose so far in this tournament. So Black will advance to the later game at 6:30. Team Red will be right back up here at 4:15 later today to play in the semifinal game, and then of course seeing if they can make it into that gold medal game. We'll see if they are able to do so here in our semifinals. We'll have our 3 stars presentation and our Grit and Grind Award winner here today as well in this game, as it is Team Black that comes away with the victory by a final score of 8-4. So time for our Grit and Grind Award, brought to you by Brown's Social House here in Vernon. The Grit and Grind Award winner for this game here today will be Morgan Reed, defenseman for Team Black. It was a hard-fought game, not necessarily showing up on the score sheet, but a guy that certainly deserving of that Grit and Grind Award. So he picks that one up here today in an 8-4 win for his team. And the 3 stars of today's game brought to you by the Nick Ruffton at Century 21 Executives. 3rd star of the game, Cyrus Gursky picked up a pair of goals. So he is your 3rd star here today. Gursky picked up his first of the tournament today and was able to grab a pair of them as well. 2nd star of this game with 3 assists in this game will be Colton Brum, who picks up the 2nd star all over the ice over the course of the day today. So Brum picks up the 2nd star after a strong performance for him. And the 1st star of today's game for Jackson Squire, who had a big performance here today. Squire picked up the 2 goals for his team, also an assist as well. A 3-point effort for Jackson Squire here in this game today. So a big effort for Jackson Squire to put his group on top, and a big effort for everybody today for Team Black. 8-4 the final score. Team Black winning this one here today, and moving into the semifinals, looking to try and get themselves into the gold medal game on Sunday. But we'll have that semifinal action coming up for you after a brief timeout. We'll take about 3.5 hours to chill out, have a chance to catch our breath, have these players a chance to rest and recuperate, and get back at it at 4:15 for the first of 2 semifinals. It'll be Team Red and Team Gray upcoming at 4:15. We'll have that coming up for you in a matter of just about 3.5 hours. Until then, we hope you enjoy your Sunday afternoon. Join us again at 4:15 for Team Gray versus Team Red. Thank you for tuning in here on this Saturday. My name is Trevor Miller. We'll talk to you in 3 hours.